from Guaranteed Rate Field on the south side of Chicago. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Milwaukee Brewers going up against the Chicago White Sox. Boog Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. And Chris, we've got an opportunity to watch one of the true superstars in the sport. Luis Robert, always exciting to see him in action. And it seems like he consistently finds a way to impact the game.
Yeah, Boog, it's offensively at the plate, defensively when he's on the bases. I mean, this guy's just a heads-up player, but he's got so much talent, and he makes the most of that. I believe it starts with his preparation because you never see him give away an at-bat.
Just about set to go, and today's starting pitcher, Jack Flaherty.
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball, he's going to go out there and give it his best.
Ready to go? Here's the Brewers DH, Christian Yelich.
Christian Yelich.
That's to third, Arenado. Yelich out on the play. Take a look at the lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Christian Arroyo.
He's been a solid force for his team right now. Kind of a fire starter when you consider an on-base percentage over 400 over the last 10 games. That's solid, consistent work. He's making things happen for this offense right now.
This is Bryce Terang. That's in there. And the count 1-2. Flaherty, certainly one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and double-digit strikeouts are not out of the norm in his starts. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Fletcher makes the grab, and that'll do it. We're midway in inning number 1. No score. Back here with my pal Singy, getting the nod in this one, Jake Junis.
Well, he's been giving up a lot of hard contact this season. I mean, coming in, guys are hitting comfortably in the high 200s. So many times there's some bad luck, but then also there's just a little miss here or a little miss there that changes the outcome of the at-bat. We'll see if he can be consistent and make adjustments quickly in this one.
Hammered, and now maybe extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll make it safely for a leadoff double in the bottom of the first.
He's been swinging it really well lately. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Colson Montgomery digs in now. Left-hand hitter waits. On the ground to third. Over to Diaz. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting third, the second baseman.
Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. And a key factor for this club in that leadoff spot, Dominic Fletcher.
Well, these days we know teams, you know, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him, make sure he doesn't beat you. So you know they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when he's hot. So it's going to be fun to see how they try to work him right here.
Smoke to right, but he's got it.
Batting fourth, the center fielder, Luis Robert.
And now it's Luis Robert. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
And now 1-2. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Hard hit left side. Zips it across, and they take care of Robert for the out. And that is the inning. The White Sox leave one, scoreless after one. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's William Contreras.
Well, I got a chance to meet William during spring training as he was coming up trying to get to the big leagues. And this kid's got some ridiculous pop. Watched him on the backfields taking batting practice. All of his coaches would just kind of roll their eyes and say, this kid's going to be great, without actually saying the words. Then later that season, I got a chance to chat with Wilson, big brother, and ask him about little brother, and he smiled as well. Said, yeah, he's good, and gave me that look that I think he might be better than me eventually. Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider, tried to sit in between, just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Now at the plate, Sal Frelick. Wouldn't chase that time. One down, base is empty. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
So digging in, Garrett Mitchell. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. Going, gone. His 16th homer of the year, and they jump out front. It's 2-0.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Here's Christian Arroyo. Next offering in there for a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Righty to the plate. The punch out there, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Late cutting action to get the swing and miss right there. I mean, that's just really hard to account for as a hitter when you're seeing the fastball all the way, and then just at the last moment, it darts away from you and you can't reach it.
Two down, nobody on. Up the middle. What a stop. Fires to first. Throw is low, and he can't pick it.
Well, this is unfortunate because it looked like it was going to be an awesome play, something we see on the highlights tonight and tomorrow. But you have to applaud the effort on the stop. And if you don't take care of the throw, it goes from a wow moment to one you regret really quick.
2 outs, runner at first. Joey Wiemer now at the plate. The 1-1 is fouled off.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Runner on the move. Good job to fight that one off. 2 outs. Just missed.
It's a good take.
Runner goes again. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. 2 runs for Milwaukee on the dinger. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the White Sox DH, Alex Verdugo.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Hard on the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Batting 6th, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Here's Nolan Arenado. One out, base is empty. Chases in the dirt, slider there.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Over to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting 7th, the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
Andrew Vaughn now. The pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Righty delivers. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Chi Sox held in check here. They trail it here 2-0. Back here on the south side, and now it's Christian Yelich.
Christian.
Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
Now batting, third baseman.
And
Bryce
stepping in is the
Terang.
speedy Bryce Terang. And a 1-1. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Fletcher snags it for the second out.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really
Now
drive
batting,
it.
the first baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Yandy Diaz now.
He's looking to hit the ball the other way in 99% of his at-bats. But if you make a mistake middle in, he can touch you up for a 4-bagger.
Next offering is in for a strike. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Two outs, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Set for the bottom of the third, and now it's Dalton Varsho.
The left fielder.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
Line drive to short and caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Francisco Mejia coming up to hit. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
You come into the game knowing that Unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
Throws to first in time. And two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
The White Sox down by a pair here in game one of this 3-game set. Bounced up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. They get the out, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the White Sox. They're still down. It's 2-0. Here on the south side, and now it's going to be William Contreras. Here's a 2-1. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. And here it comes. Got him swinging.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
So up next, Sal Frelick. Right side, Fletcher under this one. And there's 2 away.
The center fielder, number
Garrett
5.
Mitchell up now for the Brewers.
Mitchell.
Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. On the ground, Arenado to first, and that is that. Nothing across here this half. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Brewers 2 and the White Sox nothing. Back at Guaranteed Rate Field, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you.
Shortstop.
And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Colson Montgomery. Headed towards the corner. Frelick running hard to get it. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one down.
The batter, number 5, second baseman
Luis Arraez stands in.
Oh,
This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently. Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
The Brewers up by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That's a base hit.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Alex Verdugo. The pitch. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Two outs. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Left-hand batter waits. That one is absolutely belted. Back there. And that one is gone. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. His 9th homer of the year, and we're level. It's 2-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
So 2 away with nobody on. Here's Nolan Arenado.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Out to short. Black tosses to first, and they get Arenado for the out. Out number 3. But the White Sox with a 2-run homer, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. We go to the top of the 5th, and now Christian Arroyo.
Christian Arroyo.
The wind of the pitch.
So after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
The pitch. And strike 2. Chris, we were excited to watch him pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise.
Yeah, but great pitchers like this, you may get one opportunity in one inning to get to them, to get some runs up on the board. And if you don't take it then, you may see zeros the rest of the ball game.
And the right-hander deals. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Struck him out looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Swings through that one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
In the air, left side. Varsho moving under it. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Joey.
Next for the Brewers, Joey Wiemer. 2 down, nobody on. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. And a foul ball, he stays alive. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a pop-up. Montgomery moving under it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Brewers go down quietly, and this game is still tied at 2-2. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. And now it's 1-2. Got him. And that's the first out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
So up next for Chicago, Dalton Varsho. Out to short, Black. Slings to first, and that quickly 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Francisco Mejia.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Francisco Mejia. Right-hander kicks, deals. That one drilled left field. That's back there. And that one's gone. Just like that, they move in front. It's 3-2.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. When you see a guy take a slider on the outside part of the plate and hit an opposite field home run, fires you up because not only is he flexing the muscles to show the pop, that kind of approach, you'll hit for a high average as well.
Back to the top of the lineup, Dominic Fletcher steps to the plate for the White Sox. Hit hard, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next to Chicago.
Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Montgomery.
Two outs. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
He was all over that one. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, cut out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on.
Next to hit, Luis Arias. That one ripped. Hauls it in to end the inning. But the White Sox get 1 on a homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's Yelich at the dish. The pitch. On the ground right side. And that's just foul. And he grounds one to the right side. Tosses to first. Yelich out on the play.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there. Just rolled over it. Got the ground ball.
The third baseman.
Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers.
Taken high in the draft. He's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Next offered in there for a strike. That is strike 2.
1-2, the count.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
The first baseman, number 2, Yandy.
And here's the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. And he deals. Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field. That one's back. Gone. A gigantic blast. And the Brewers have the lead. It's 4-3. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. That slider on the outside part of the plate is typically hit the other way, but to be able to get to it, pull the baseball, and get it up in the air for a home run, I'm just really impressed.
And here's the catcher, William Contreras. That catches the zone for a strike, and the count 1-2. One down, base is empty. And down on strikes. 2 away.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Sal Frelick up now for the Brewers. His righty-lefty splits there. Ball to strike. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Makes the grab, and that's the third out. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. It's now a 4-3 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Bradley Blaylock. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Luis Robert now. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
And they take care of Robert for the out.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
So now it's the White Sox DH, Alex Verdugo. Right-handed reliever. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. 2 down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those blue hits to get a knock sometimes.
Here's the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. 2 down, nobody on. Ripped on a line to center. And that's a base hit.
Now back, first baseman.
So 2 down, and up next for Chicago, Andrew Vaughn. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving. A walk or just a base hit. But you've got to stay within yourself.
There's a line drive to left field. And there's a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory. Average going up, OBP. Everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Here comes a new arm for the Brewers, Ryan Hudson.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Dalton Varsho steps to the plate for the White Sox. 2 on, 2 outs. Bounce to the right side, Arroyo. And the lefty reliever does his job. Just one pitch to get the inning-ending ground out. White Sox strand a couple. They still trail it here, 4-3. New pitcher for the White Sox, Joe Barlow.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
The 1-1. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Kicks and fires. Stays alive. And a pitch. That misses. And the count is even, 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
The 2-2 now. Ground ball right side. And he grabs it, foul. Here's the 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. At the belt and fires. Pitch is in the dirt, and now it's 3-2.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at bat alone. Really making him work out there.
Caught him looking for the K.
Fastball inside just freezes the hitter. I don't think he was ready to pull the trigger. A lot of times hitters are looking away, and that one locked him up.
Here's the second baseman, Christian Arroyo. That's in there. And a count 1-2.
1-2.
That one 95 to finish him off.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Tyler Black, the next to hit. This one in the air. Arenado under it. And that is that. Nobody left for Milwaukee, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Bottom of the inning. Now it's going to be Francisco Mejia. Popped up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number 1.
Number 7, Dominic Fletcher.
Dominic Fletcher will hit next.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
And that one is lifted in the air. Frelick has a beat on it. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox. Looking to get the tying run on base. Ripped on the ground to second. Whips it to first. And that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 8th inning coming up. It's the Brewers 4 and the White Sox 3. Back here on the south side, we're at the top of the 8th. Up now for Milwaukee, Joey Wiemer. Here comes a pitch. Gets under it and pops it up. Arenado in position. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one down.
The batter, the designated hitter, Christian.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Now it's Christian Yelich. Swing and a miss.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting, because of tendencies, a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
One down, base is empty. Swings and misses, struck him out.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
2 outs, base is empty. And the batter now, Bryce Terang. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. And the pitch. Laced down the line. Could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Next for Milwaukee, Yandy Diaz. Back in the sixth, he drove a 2-run shot out of here to help them get the lead they're working with.
Yeah, definitely one of the bigger moments in this game so far, and it could be one we look back on when this game is over as well.
The pitch. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and they lead by 2.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active.
Ground ball right side. Tosses to first. And the inning is over. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 5-3 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Abner Uribe.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Luis Arias digs in now.
The second baseman, Luis Arias.
And a pitch. Swing and a ground ball off the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Now batting, center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Luis Robert. And a 2-1 on the way. Line, and that's a base hit. Mitchell fires it in, and 2 on now as they try to rally here.
Couple of singles back to back. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
First and second, no outs. And here is Alex Verdugo. So the tying run at second. That's towards center. Mitchell gets under it. Brings it in. And there's one away. Oh, the throw is wild.
Up next for the White Sox.
2 on, 1 out. Nolan Arenado steps to the plate for the White Sox. And the righty deals. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
So first and second with 2 outs. And next to hit for the Sox, Andrew Vaughn. 2 outs. Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. The throw is still in time. And they do get the out. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. Through 8 full, it's the Brewers 5 and the White Sox 3. Back at Guaranteed Rate Field, all set to start the 9th in this one. Up now for Milwaukee, Sal Frelick. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. One and 2 now. And there's a ball.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
Next for the Brewers, Garrett Mitchell, and he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the second inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
Righty delivers inside corner, and that's called a strike. And a swing and a miss down on strikes, and a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by
runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw. Safe. Mejia too late.
Pretty close play on that one. A perfect throw probably gets him. That throw is just a little wide to the third base side of the bag, so he had to reach a little bit to get it. Could have been just enough to make the difference there.
Man at second. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from the same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Frelick stands at second with 2 gone. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Man on second, 2 down. Up the middle, a rise. Jump throw on the money. Nice play. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Brewers 5 and the White Sox 3. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Jose Leclerc.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
For the White Sox,
here's the left fielder, Dalton Varsho. And here it comes. High in the air, out to right. Weimer drifts towards it. Hauls it in for the out.
Up next for Chicago, the catcher.
He's 2 outs away. Francisco Mejia steps to the plate for the White Sox. Bounce to the right. Arroyo. And they're down to their last out.
The right fielder, number 7, Dominic Fletcher.
So the batting order turns over, and now the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher. Two down, nobody on. Hauls it in, and that's the ball game.
Well, Boog, 4 games wasn't too long of a losing streak, but they're definitely happy to be back in the win column. Now you can turn things around, get on the right track, and probably start a winning streak from here.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.